an artist, that is, a guitarist and a painter. Julian, welcome to Arlington Alive. Now, you're an artist. You make guitars and you do paintings, but there's also something else that has influenced you. You're dyslexic. Tell me a little bit about your influences in your art and your guitars.
That's right. First of all, I grew up from an artistic family. My father was an artist, and that's how I gained my artistic skills. But I didn't learn till later that I was dyslexic when I kept rotating my paintings. And I think from learning to use my hands more than my eyes, because I had a hard time reading, I developed my building skills, and so I came up with these unique musical instruments.
Well, there's something behind these guitars. What is it? You just didn't decide to make guitars because these are not the usual guitar forms. So what's behind these guitars?
Well, this started as when I was a meeting planner, when I had a real job with the American Chemical Society for 25 years. I retired in 2 years ago. I came up with, I always wanted to bring my guitar wherever I had my conferences, but it was too big, so I tried to figure out a way to cut it down. And so I was able to build one with the fretboard coming off the main body.
Right.
And from that, I built an amplifier into it so I could play it anywhere and anytime when I'm waiting for my flight at the airport. And that's where the get around, which I call,
The Get
started,
Around.
right?
Is that what it's called? Get Around? You have a website, by the way. It's www. what?
Get around. It's,
GUITAROUND.com?
That's right.
Okay. So if I want to know more about your guitars, I go to your website.
You can do that, yes. And or you can call me at 703-536-3173.
536-3173.
That's
Can you
right
call me?
here.
All right.
Right here in Arlington.
All right. You have a guitar right here. What is this? The English flag or something? What's the story behind this guitar?
Well, this one got inspired by when I saw some children playing with their skateboards.
Okay.
Across from my house there was a park, and they said, I wonder if I could turn that into a guitar, you know. And
The skateboard into a guitar.
right. So from that I picked out that basic shape and put a fretboard on it, a pickup, and an amplifier, and sure enough, it turned into a skateboard guitar.
Okay. What's the one, I think you have one over there on your side, over there. Can we sort of bring a camera around to that? What's the inspiration behind that guitar?
This one was evolved from the skateboard guitar.
Okay.
But the only difference is some people wanted to hear what they were playing without using the headphones. So I thought I'd put a speaker right here on the head and cut off the tuning pegs and put them right here in the bottom. And that's how it evolved. And sure enough, it worked. And a lot of people have been ordering them through the website.
Well, now you just mentioned ordering them through your website. So you sell these guitars?
Yeah, I sure do.
All right,
Yeah.
and if I want to contact you and get one of these guitars or hear it, I can go to your website, www.getaround.com.
It's guitar and around
It's one word?
combined, and that's how they come about.
All right, now I have one sitting over here. Can we bring a camera around on this one to my right here? Okay, is there a story behind this one?
That one's the earshot. Earshot because the speaker is within earshot.
That's right up here. This is the
Right,
speaker?
yes. And the reason I put the speaker there is to minimize feedback. Some people have built guitars with speakers right there by the pickup, and you can't turn them up too loud because feedback starts when you turn it up. So I tried to put the speaker as far away from the pickup as I could, and
Right.
it seems to have worked.
Did you have a guitar on your website or someplace where you were inspired by a tennis racket to do the design?
That's right, yeah. I was watching several people walking away from a tennis court one day carrying a case shaped like a guitar, and I thought maybe I could fit a guitar into that tennis case, and so I tried. I built one.
Okay.
I bought a tennis racket, took out the strings, and tried to put a pickup and all that, and from that evolved the racket or tennis racket.
racket.
Right.
Okay.
It's a tennis racket guitar.
All right. Now, do you play these guitars in performance in any place?
Yes, I use some of these. I perform I'll be there at the American Legion Post 139 on June 7th, if
So-
anybody cares to
What time?
stop by.
What time so we
I'm
can
there
come by and
from-
cheer you on?
I'm there from 8 to 1
You're talking about in the evening,
in
right?
the evening. Yes,
All right.
and it's a popular hangout. Aside from us entertaining the vets, the Ford's Theater cast usually
Okay.
comes there and sings songs with me.
What kind of song would you like to play, sing?
I usually play oldies, rock and roll, you know.
What is
50s,
oldies? 50s music?
50s and 60s, you know.
Okay.
Creedence and Buddy Holly and stuff like that.
Okay.
And
Yeah. Very briefly, can you tell me something? These are your paintings back here, right?
right, right.
Do they influence these guitars in any way?
In a way, because these paintings revolve. Each one of these panels are independently mounted.
So I could reach back here and just, can we take a little shot of this? I can move these panels around. They all revolve, okay?
Right.
So you can move the panels around, and that's what he means when he says revolve.
Right.
But how do those paintings influence these guitars? Is there a relationship there?
The relationship, I think, is from my inventiveness that I acquired through my dyslexia.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Julian, I want to thank you for being with Arlington Weekly News, and I
you
look
very
forward to
much.
having you come back sometime and play for us.
Thank you. I'd be
right.
delighted to next time. Thank you very
Let's take
much.
it back to Studio A. Craig and Gene, thank you for giving us some good news after all these months. You're not always doom and gloom.
Dyslexic, and I